Welcome back to Transform and Rollout Season 3, Eons, Episode 27, Part 1. But first things first, this will be a continuation of Episode 26, following Scorchimus' adventure. So players, here is the plan. Give us a short description of what you look like and it's going through your brain module, and we'll get started. We'll start with Onyx.
Me, all alone?
Yeah.
I guess that's what I get for going on adventure. At least I have Taser
You have
with
Taser,
me.
yeah.
I'm a red sports car with red darker flames. I'm a shattered glass, gender bent version of Scorchfire, and I'm ready to save my lady, Allegory, which I just recently remembered and feeling really bad about.
Yeah, and you have 0 notches on your TBD watch.
Yes, because I used a time warp gate from the Yellow Convoy timeline, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Okay, cool.
And finally, I am Kilobyte. I'll be your DM, your premise, your god for this round.
Oh boy.
Are you ready to get started?
I guess I have to be. I mean, I gotta save Allegory.
The damsel in distress.
She's a strong, independent lady bot, so I'm sure she's doing just fine.
Scorchimus, as you arrive to your destination, your TBD watch dings, and you look down and you see on it that it says Level 1 Course Thread 1996 _X969 timeline. With that, both you and Taser land just outside the same area you were last in when you were here. It's a darkly lit room filled with webs all over the walls, the air vents, and the ceiling.
Creepy.
There are 2 slabs in front of you filled with tools and dried energy. One of the slabs has a dissected sweep. Their internal organs look to have been poked and mutilated. They're missing a whole arm and their other wrist. You can assume that the arm that they're missing is the one that you're currently wearing on your right side.
Lovely.
Yeah, but you also notice that there seems to be some drawings and some diagrams of their claws, indicating that they seem to have some kind of an ability to rip the very fabric of space and open a tear into a whole new world. To your left and to your right, there are some cells, each containing their own bot prisoner, or as you know them, as experiment. There's no sign of tarantulas at the moment, but I will need you to roll me a sneak.
Oh, no.
Do it.
What is my sneak? I remember my sneak not being super great. All right, yeah, it's +1. I got an 8.
Okay, with an 8, you see some red glowy flashing lights flashing very quickly. You don't hear any sounds coming from them, but you can assume some sort of alarm has been triggered. And as those lights are flashing near you, you also notice that there are 4 cells next to you, 3 of which have timeline nameplates on them and threads, and they seem to have bots inside. One which has a particular interesting pterodactyl bot, a red pterodactyl bot that seems to be muscled and has one of its wings missing. And on their back, they have an alt mode lock attached to it. To the right of that cell, you see a large yellow grizzly bear bot whose features look exactly like the one you ran into in the King Starscream's timeline. Although this fate may be a little bit worse than being stepped on by a titan, because they too have an alt mode lock on their back and have several surgical patches and scars. Which brings us to the 3rd cell, which used to be your cell, and that's where you see her, Allegory. Though not as chrome as you remember, every other panel appears to have been replaced with a copper, rusted steel, or some kind of hard, cheap plastic. They don't seem to have an alt mode lock on, nor they appear to be a prisoner. It seems like they have more of a luxury stay. The room is filled with data pads, a TV, and some video game arcades, which they're currently playing mindlessly, as if it was their first time playing. Whatever game they are playing, seems to just have ended. And the high score suggests that they just placed, and I'll need Clickbait's help here. Can you roll me a d4 plus 1?
Absolutely.
So we know where you landed.
And how good are your video games?
I'm out of character. I'm awful. Allegory. I don't know.
I disbelieve.
How about a 2?
Second
Wow.
place. That's
Pretty
not bad at all. That's not bad at all. You landed in second place. And you notice that they're inputting the following name. F082002. And you notice that the first place name is A000001. As they give a little childish scoff and toss the controller. Clickbait, would you mind describing who you're playing and give us a little brief summary of what's going through their brain module?
What's up, guys? My name's Clickbait, and I am currently playing Allegory. Only she doesn't know who she is, what she is, where she's at, what's going on, very much of anything whatsoever. Usually her base color is chrome, but apparently now she's had some coloring replaced. She's doesn't know anything. She's just hanging out, playing her video game, and she has a designation now instead of a name.
Yeah, and as you finish this game and you throw your controller, you notice that seems to be a bot outside your cell looking at you.
Allegory?
Who are you? You're new.
It's me, Scorchimus. I've come back. What have they done
Who?
to you? Scorchimus. You know, we
I don't.
traveled throughout time and space and met Alita 1 and...
My sincerest apologies. I don't know a Scorchimus.
But Taser came with me. Taser, say something. Taser, come on.
Who? Do I have my other buddy?
I would say your other buddy is there with you, and they seem to be acting as if they're just like a pet. So there's a little raven on a little perch in the room near you.
Okay, Bandit.
You wouldn't
I don't know his name,
know
obviously. I
that
don't know
they
his name.
transform. You just know that they're like some sort of like a turbo crow or turbo raven of some kind, but that's about it. You've never seen them transform either, so they seem to just act like a bird.
Okay.
Taser, you're being so quiet. Come on.
He's doing such a good job keeping his cover.
Allegory, it's me, Hexer. You rescued me with the wreckers.
I'm so sorry. I don't know who you are.
Something's wrong.
I would say so, Taser. Allegory,
Who is Allegory?
you're Allegory.
Me? No. My designation is F082002. It is good to meet you.
It's Allegory, and I don't know how or what they did to you.
Did to
But
me?
we
Whatever
have
are
to
you
get
talking
you
about?
out of here.
Out of here?
Mhm.
Oh, I don't know about that. I quite like it here.
As you say that, you start hearing clickety clackety, clickety clackety, the sound of several spider legs coming from outside this room.
Oh boy.
There is no door, but there is a door frame, and they seem
Did you
to be
bring a
getting
friend?
closer and closer and louder and louder.
No, I think it's our scientist friends.
Friend?
Friend as in quotes. Taser, go invisible for me.
Would Allegory understand air quotes?
I don't think so, because your memory.
Yeah, because that's a very cultural thing.
Yeah, your memory only lasts for a bit, so you have just maybe a few days of memory. Allegory doesn't know this, but given the information from the end credit scene, they seem to be resetting it constantly.
So you did bring a friend.
Friend is a strong word. More like your captors. Which
Captor? That's a strong word.
we're going to free you. There's more
Free me?
to life than in this cell. Allegory, I'm going to take you away from here.
I don't know. I like it here. I have my friend, my bird, and I have my game, and I don't need much else. I have all my data pads. I can look up whatever I want, and I quite like that.
As you say that, you hear a long, drawn-out scraping noise echo through the room, and you start hearing a low laughter.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
Now you're getting it. I give a little wink.
Well, look who's back. This time there'll be no escape.
Hello.
I would like to pull out the Forge of Solace hammer and kind of wrap it up.
Oh my goodness, this is escalating quickly. Allegory's just gonna back up.
You take out the hammer and you hear the transformation sounds coming from tarantulas as a silence fills the air once more. And suddenly, like you feel like a draft of wind as tarantulas lunges for an attack, a surprise attack on you. So he's
Oh my
gonna
goodness.
roll to
This is scary.
hit with.
Oh my god!
Is that
Did he
That's a
roll to
20...
hit?
Yeah, that's to hit. That's to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
That's 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I was worried for a second.
So he's yeah, no, that's not damage.
You were worried. I'm still worried.
So he as he lunges to attack, he's gonna attack you with the spider claws. So let me roll damage.
Oh my goodness.
20 points of damage as he scratches your back with one of its spider legs.
Okay. Well, gonna have to take care of this. Allegory, hold for a second.
Roll me initiative.
You got it, sir.
I'm not Allegory. My designation is F082002.
7.
Oh my god.
Well, he got a 5, so
Hey!
he goes first.
Well, I'm going to bring out I'm gonna bring out double whammy and power links with them.
Would you like to describe how double whammy looks?
Double whammy lives like all the other minicons I have on my back, and they are an RC tank. They combine with me and they give me an additional attack for 2 turns and can only be used once a day.
I like that. You do the Sailor Moon as you power links.
Sailor Moon.
Do they attach to your chest or to your back? Is it like a?
I would attach them to my arm, whichever is
To
my
your
dominant
arm?
arm.
Okay.
I'm holding with the hammer, and I'm gonna try to use the fire attack with the Forge of Solace because I'm a more of a Dex character anyway.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Swing.
Well, let's see if this works.
I believe in you.
Well, there's a 10. Can I use an inspiration on that?
You definitely can. It does not hit. That's for sure.
Okay, let me see if the inspiration can fix this. 17.
17 does hit.
Yay!
Okay. So
Kiki's
the
butt.
first attack does 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I get a second attack. So let's see if this...
You can do it.
19?
19 hits. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you hitting him with the hammer? Are you hitting the chest or?
It's flame, so I'm guessing like, I don't know, like the popular Mario game where it like shoots fireballs. I'm guessing it just
Oh,
kind of
okay.
bounces around or something.
I like that. Okay.
Another 8 points of damage. Wow,
Nice,
I'm really
nice.
rolling low on these D12s.
You're doing great.
So a total of 16 this round.
Yeah. So you power links with double whammy, and you focus as you summon 2 fireballs in quick succession, and you hit him in the chest, kind of singeing the spidery organic hairs on it as he kind of reels back, and you can see kind of like the smoldering effect on the chest, and he looks angry.
Looks like someone found their steel manifolds to fight. No worries. This should be over quickly.
Oh my premise!
Spider breath.
Oh my premise.
He does not like that, and he's getting ready to attack you. You're welcome to, if you want to do anything, FN082002, you're welcome to do it after Tarantulas. I know you didn't roll initiative, but I'll give you a turn, so if there's anything you would like to do or react to, you can.
Okay.
Are they still in a prison cell?
They're still in the cell, yes.
Okay.
So Tarantulas is gonna try to get close and use their claw arms. You can see it like secrete a little bit of like a greenish liquid, and they're gonna try to hit you with that
Ooh, gross.
to do a
Yeah,
toxic
sounds gross.
punch. with a 9 to hit.
Does not land.
Does not land. So you saw the liquid, and as he lunges forward to try to hit you with it, you kind of move out of the way and avoid the contact with it, not knowing exactly what it would have done to you, but you're glad that you avoided it.
Not today. This will only be a moment, Allegory. Just a second, my love.
What? There's no need for fighting. You two are friends, right?
Haha, friends. Right, Tarantulas. We're friends, right?
Oh, yes, we are friends. I just prefer mine to be test subjects.
That doesn't sound like very friendly behavior.
I concur, Allegory.
I'm not Allegory.
That's true. Only a true friend would know your real name.
Yes, that's my designation. I mean...
What kind of name is
maybe.
a number? Who gave you that name? Think about that, Allegory.
Do I know who gave it to me? Or do I know how I got it?
You only know that they call you that, so you wouldn't know who gave it to you.
I don't know. It's just what I'm called.
It's your turn, Scorchimus. If you would like to do something.
Oh wait, Taser probably can't attack because he's invisible. If he attacks, he'll be uninvisible. Never mind. That answered my question. Here I go with the flames.
You can ask Taser to open the cell or try to get Allegory out while you're distracted.
What the DM just suggested to me. Can you open the cells?
Oh, my Primus.
You don't hear a voice because if he does, he'll. But you can kind of see the dust on the floor kind of move in that direction as they're like making their way towards the cell.
Okay. I'll swing my hammer once again and get a 14.
That hits.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I like that. For 18 points of damage. There we go. That's what we're talking about.
That was a nice hit.
Oh, I get 2 attacks. That's right. For 2 turns. This is the second
You get
turn.
one more,
okay.
yeah.
Watch this one. If it 15.
15 hits.
This seems rigged.
Don't complain. Yeah.
18 points of damage
Another
again.
18.
So a total of
Wow.
36. If I'm doing my math right.
That sounds
Great.
right.
He's looking beat up. You hit them with the hammer this time, right? And you make contact with it, or are you still doing the fireballs again?
Yeah, fireballs again.
You do 2 more fireballs in quick succession, impacting their chest, and this time you see kind of like it caught fire, and he had to kind of put it out. As you can see, some of the organic tissue now kind of like start dripping and falling as you're burning their exterior shell.
That doesn't sound like
which
a fun
angers
time.
him, and you can hear him.
This is not how it's supposed to go.
Well, you can always surrender.
But where's the fun in that?
I agree. Let's keep dancing.
As you say that, you do feel a pull, something kind of edging you to be used, and you've been carrying something that we like to call the dark matrix, and you sense it pulling and wanting you to use it, and you can kind of feel that it's getting fueled by your need and wanting to rescue Allegory, and also kind of get revenge for what they've done to her. And so you sense it pulsing to try to be like, use me.
Do it.
Lovely.
Do it. Thank you, Emperor Palpatine.
You're welcome.
With that, we are going to go to Tarantula's attack. He is going to try to use a special move, which is he's going to hold you, and then he's going to try to use his mandibles and kind of
Oh my goodness.
kind of like pinch you in the neck. So he's going to try to restrain you first, see if that works.
Oh, so he's in spider mode right now. That's disgusting.
Well, his robot form has the mandibles too. So, because you did hear him transform, and he's been attacking you in robot mode, but his bot mode has the mandibles too. So he hasn't turned into spider yet. So he's gonna try to restrain you with a strength check. So I need you to roll me a strength, or I guess strength or athletic, to try to avoid the grapple. So it's up to you. He rolled a 12.
Well, they're both the same. So let's see how this works. 15.
15. You see his intention as he's gonna try to grapple you, and you dodge out of the way. You do a roll on the floor, and you kind of have the hammer behind you, one knee on the floor, one knee up, and kind of like a little action pose. as you avoid his grapple, and you see him kind of get anger and start stumping as his attacks are not landing. Since he's farther away now, he'll try to use his little tiny laser pistol and see if he can hit you with that before your turn.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
With a 10,
no.
he takes out his little pistol, and as he's aiming, he's all frustrated and angry because you're not staying still. You've hurt him. That he just misses, and like you see it hit the hammer, and it ricochets and just goes off into another part of the room.
Dang, he seems real upset.
He is very upset. You see him stumping the ground again, and he goes, "No!" It's your turn now. Or well, it would be FN08202 if they wanted to do anything.
She's just watching. She's backing up. She's probably she's gonna pick up Bandit off of his perch wherever he's hanging out. Just kind of hold on to him. Like, oh my goodness, we'll try and be safe over here. Because she's worried. Because she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know why they're fighting or really what they're fighting about. Because she doesn't understand. Okay.
Well, you pick up the Turbo Raven, and it's just you have it cuddled up in your arms, and you're just kind of petting it, and you can hear it go as it's just laying there, and you can hear clickly clackling from your cell door as something or someone is trying to open it. I'm gonna roll up for Taser to open that.
She's definitely backing up there. She don't know what the heck's going on. I also like to think she would still call Bandit, just something like an itch. She just feels like that's his name.
Okay. Yeah, you can come up with names. I think.
That was his name.
Yeah, subconsciously. Yeah. You have a sense that a bandit fits this bird. With the 10, the Taser's still struggling to kind of get that lock open and get you out of there. And so with that, we'll go back to Scorchimus.
Okay. My double whammy has expired. Not dead, just the ability has expired. So I'd like to switch out with my other minicon, which is an Inferno Cardinal.
Ooh.
He's a red bird, because, that's cool. And power links with that one in its place, and its power links is my partner, which would be me in this case, may dodge the next incoming attack. They must roll a d20 plus athletics with advantage. They get a 13 or higher. I take no damage, else I take half, and it lasts for 3 turns, and it can only be used once a day. So this is more reactive ability rather than the other one.
Still very useful.
Still very useful in this case.
Yeah, so you see FN08202, you see Scorchimus kind of jump, do the Sailor Moon twist, but his back opens, a bird comes out, and the minicon that's in his arm detaches and kind of flows back into his back, and the bird kind of ignites and kind of connects back to that arm, and it forms almost like a shield, but it's just the wings have become a little bit of an extra shield there.
As a techie bot, she's very much watching how that happens, and she thinks it's really cool because she's never seen that before. As somebody who works techie, so she thinks that's super cool. She's kind of checking it out, watching how the flow works and where the movement is occurring and how the different parts operate.
I want to give Allegory a wink mid spin.
She does not know what to do with that. She's so confused.
I'll give Allegory an inspiration for being a curious kid. Not that you're a child, but you have limited information, lady, okay? So you're learning about the world once again.
She's geeky.
But so you're definitely kind of when you're little and you're whoa, what was that? So you're a little bit kind of excited of not the battle per se, but what Scorchimus just did.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do, Scorchimus?
It says the Fortress Souls can only shoot fire for 2 turns, and I feel like I have done that. So correct. I'm going to use it as the hammer mode.
Okay.
Let's see if we can land, and it's plus strength, and I have 0 to strength because I'm just a fast, speedy boy. 19! Here we go!
Oh my god, 19 hits?
Or 12 points of damage.
2 1s.
2 1s, yeah, that's very ouch. Do I have an ability that lets me reroll ones?
If you're a leader class, you do.
I'm not leader.
Okay, where do you want to hit tarantulas?
The head.
The head?
The head. I want to do a big old bonk.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say you run up to him, and then you kind of jump and just put the hammer behind your back, and you just slam it down as if you were in a one of those carnival games, trying to ring the bell, and you
Whack-a-mole, but whack-a-tarantulas.
Yeah, whack-a-tarantulas, and you hit him hard that you see Energon just spew out of his mouth, and he now has a big dent on his head. He falls to the ground. He's, I guess, on his butt, or his rear end, and you can see him. He's dazed. He's very damaged, and he's kind of dazed right now from that attack. And he's just kind of like, right now he's just trying to center himself and trying to be like, where am I?
Let Allegory go. Let them all go.
No! You're experiments! My test subjects! I won't let you take that away from me!
I can and I will.
You'll have to put me offline, cause I'll never stop!
I can arrange that. But first you need to tell me how to get her memories back.
Your tiny brain module cannot comprehend the technology I've created. You can't do anything without me. But if you allow me to perform some tests on you, then maybe I'll help you get her memories back.
Will she return her memories just like myself?
Yeah. Perhaps with time.
So there's no need for you. And I raise the hammer, sliding the handles further down so I can get a better swing.
Wait. I can help you? Let's just play a little game.
Branchless, our lives are not games. And I grip the hammer even tighter, and I swing.
Okay, as you are about to swing, you notice this the reason why you swing is as you said, our lives are not games. You can kind of see his face kind of shift as he was getting ready to attack as you were getting closer, and that's when you drop it just to, you saw that moment. So roll me damage because he's knocked out. So you could definitely hit him.
Oh, damage. Okay.
Just damage.
Or just damage. I love that. I love that so much more. It's gonna help.
You literally did damage last time that he's
10.
With the 10, you bash his skull in.
Oh my god.
Do you like to explain how you do it, or do you want me to do it?
I slide the hammer down on the grippy part, so like the leverage of the swing is heavier, and I come straight down onto his head, and I would like to break it into pieces.
Yeah.
And if that kills him, I just keep swinging over and over again.
Okay. So, you drop the hammer right dead center on top of his head. You crack his head open, and his body goes limp, and you just keep smacking and bashing, and just kind of destroying his body. And you see Energon going everywhere. The harder darkness keeps pulsing faster and faster as you just keep hitting Tarantula's dead body. And as you're
Allegory's
doing that,
terrified.
As you're doing that, Taser opens the cell, and you can see the door kind of slam to the left, and you F08222002 see just Scorchimus, and you're free to walk about as you.
She's not getting out of the cell. She's not getting out.
Okay, roll me a perception, Scorchimus.
Oh no.
That's the safest place. That's where she knows is safe. She wouldn't leave.
An 8.
With an 8. You are too focused on just kind of getting your revenge on tarantulas, and that you do not notice just what this is causing for Allegory, and seeing her kind of getting scared of you.
Okay. Can I put my hammer away at some point?
Yeah, you can tell me when you want to stop, and you stop and you put your hammer away. You're covered in Energon. And you look up, you see the gate open, and you see the face of an Allegory as they're now scared of what you've done.
Please don't hurt me.
No, I would never. I'm here to rescue you, actually.
Please don't hurt me.
Allegory.
I don't know who that is. You keep saying her name, and I'm not her. Please don't hurt me.
Hey.
As you're talking, FN082002, you feel 2 hands being placed, covering your audio receptor.
She's gonna jump.
They come from behind you. You feel a larger bot standing over you, and they come into view. And for you, Scorchimus, I don't think you saw them last time.
Wait, wasn't I in the cell?
You were in the cell.
Oh my god.
And so from behind Allegory, you see a female bot with more spider legs that goes by the name Arachnid. I don't think you got the name last time, but for the listeners.
No, I don't think I even saw them last time.
No, I think it was just...
You hear them say,
Good riddance. Tarantulas was starting to get on my nerves. Now the adults can talk.
Allegory
Oh,
would...
sorry, dear.
If she feels Arachnid do that, she's like pretty shook up at this point, so she would move away from Arachnid too. She doesn't want anybody to touch her right now. Like, she's pretty freaked out.
okay. As you move, she says,
Terribly sorry, dear, but I'll just be talking to this brave red bot that's come to your rescue.
Does
Who
she
are
know
you?
anything about Arachnid? Like, has she had any previous interactions with her that she remembers?
you've seen her before. She's definitely interacted with you before.
In that case, yeah, she'd probably look at Arachnid and she would say, please don't let him hurt me.
Oh, don't worry, little bird. Ahem. And to answer your question, I am Arachnid. I am also a scientist myself, but I prefer different methods than my recently deceased partner.
So you'll let her go.
I'll let her go, as I've gotten all the information I required.
Which was?
Oh, I've created a few gadgets myself, and a couple self-modifications. I've learned so much from this little birdie, and I'm ready to let her go.
And you won't come after her ever again.
Why would I need to revisit something I can learn nothing more about? Just never return here, and we have a deal.
Scorchimus is like staring at this arachnid character and looking at the energon that's fresh on his hands and can still feel the pulsating heart of darkness on his hip. I think we have a deal.
Oh, good. I was worried there for a moment.
Wait, what?
I've always despised the name F082002 Tarantulas gave you. Your previous suited you much better.
What are you talking about?
Allegory was a much better fit.
That's not me. What?
That is your name, my little birdie.
I don't understand.
Now, don't go losing your head, my dear. Go along. You are free to leave.
He just killed him. What if he kills me?
Tarantulas was never good at what he did, so no real loss there. Now hurry along.
I don't know. What? You're making me go?
You don't belong here, in this place.
This place is safe.
I saw diagrams, blueprints of ways to get off world. Do you have a way out?
Ever since one of those sweep creatures showed up, we've been curious on the how. We captured one and dissected it, trying to study their abilities. Hence the arm you now share with them.
I look at my sweep claw.
That's your way out. Unfortunately, we lack the power source to operate it fully. But my hypothesis would conclude something with dark energon and perhaps a dash of fury. Then a simple swipe with those claws, and you could travel to wherever you'd like.
It is actually Bandit though that she's carrying, right?
Yes.
Is he gonna do anything now that like the danger's kind of over?
Bandit is just the same way as Allegory, so they erased.
Oh, he's the same way.
Yeah, he's acting like a bird because that's all he knows. He doesn't know he can transform.
Okay,
Is
gotcha.
he doing anything?
Taser is invisible. He's close to Allegory. You can feel him kind of clutch your leg, but you don't see him.
Her leg?
Yeah, your leg.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna jump. Oh my god. Oh my promise. What is that? Something's touching me.
It's just me, Taser.
Who is
Allegory.
Taser? Who are you?
We should go. It's me, Scorchimus.
You can trust him.
You going to hurt me too?
Never.
She's gonna look at Arachnid and is it really safe to go?
It's safer than here.
If you say so. She's just gonna kind of like she's still visibly scared of you, Scorchimus, but she'll like walk towards you I bet she's gonna grab like a couple of her data pads and like clutch them to her chest. Then she's gonna put Bandit on her shoulder.
Arachnid, and you said I need a source to power these claws.
That's correct.
Scorchimus is thinking deeply. The thing he said he would never do, but is willing to do to bring Allegory to a safer place. He opens his chest and takes out his matrix and puts it to his hip.
Oh my goodness.
And grabs the dark matrix, staring at it, looking at the purple swirls coming off from it.
And they're pulsing quicker and faster as he gets closer to you.
She's worth it, and puts it into his chest.
The swirling purple energy surrounds your chest and kind of spreads, and you can see your red-tipped claws glow. They are powered on.
Oh, my premise.
Well, nowhere safer than the TBD. And I try to make a I don't know how this works, so it's like, I don't know, the Sam Raimi, where I'm like doing a bunch of poses with my claws and like kind of, you know, rock on and move my fingers up and down before I finally do like a claw motion.
Yeah, you were trying to figure out which one would trigger the the effect, and then and you hear the tear just happen, and you see your destination on the other side. You can see the TBD.
I reach out my hand towards Allegory and say, "You'll be okay. I'm taking you somewhere safer."
She's gonna very, very tentatively, very carefully stretch out her hand. I hope so. And she'll let you take her hand.
And we go through, hopefully, right, DM? Right? Happy ever after?
You grab her, Taser grabs to your leg, Allegory. You're holding on to Bandit, and you both ready to jump through it. And you hear Arachnid say,
Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I forgot one thing. Just a small little protocol.
and you hear a little beep, 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 and your head is blown off, Allegory, as you both jump through the portal. And the portal closes, and we fade to black.
Head blown off? What?
What?
Yep. There was a failsafe.
Welcome back to Transform and Roll Out, Season 3, Eons, Episode 27, Part 2. First things first, this is a continuation of Episode 26, following Mantic's Domina's adventure. So, players, here's the plan. You're going to tell me which one you play. Give me a short description of what they look like and what's going on in their brain module. First up, Clickbait.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that. What's up, guys? I'm Clickbait, and I am playing Mantix, tall, dark, and brooding. He's an ex-Decepticon seeker. He is a Chonkin F-22 Raptor, purple and black. He's a big boy, and currently he's very annoyed that Scorchimus has just gone off and separated from the group, and he's left here trying to figure out where he went, because he has two of the matrices and their whole objective was to find the matrices, and he's just got to fix another problem, and he doesn't know where the other half of his family is. He's got a lot of problems right now.
Poor Mantix.
Poor Mantix, as per usual.
Anyway, and he has one notch on his TBD watch, if I believe correctly.
Noted.
Celeste, you're up next.
Hello, the name is Celeste. I currently am playing the Delina Fable, formerly known as Domina Fabula. For the first time, she has now been abandoned by Mantix, so that's really new. We're doing progress here.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
Oh, I spoke too soon. What's going on in Delina's head? She's very stressed out, but she's doing her best to keep it in. She just hopes that they could find Scorchimus, as Clickbait has mentioned. He has both of the matrices. They already lost one earlier, her matrix. So there's a lot they gotta do to keep up to like defeat Galaxy Wave and try to save the multiverse. But yeah, she's trying to keep it all in together.
Perfect. And you don't have a TBD watch because you gave it to Mantix.
Yes, sir.
And finally, I'm Onyx. I'll be your DM, your promise, your god for this round. Are you ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
Mantix, you awaken in the time vortex. Only this time, you seem to be spiraling, unlike the many, many times you've done this before. Something doesn't feel right. Delina is there as well, but like all the other times before, they appear to be in some sort of stasis with their optics flickering between white and black. The desert of threads seems to be changing, turning into what feels like a dark abyss. Time is running out. Threads are dissolving right in front of your optics. Some you can peer into and see the destructions unfold. Unicron devouring countless worlds, stars, galaxies, and entire universes as they know it. And when he does, the thread shrivels up and becomes nothing more. You can see the thread Scorchimus is in and is floating off, but your optic wavers just enough to notice the few threads that connect as a circle. And you know these ones, and you've seen them before, and they're the ones like the Primus Vanguard and the TBD Center that seem to, time doesn't quite flow linearly, they flow in a circle almost. So that's why they're not strands.
Okay.
And the reason why it catches your attention is because it's directly in the path of the current destruction Unicron seems to be gravitating towards. And you witness the darkness begin to tear it to sunder with full intent on doing the same to the TBD thread next to it.
Gosh.
What would you like to do?
That's worrisome because last he knew, the other half of his family was at the TBD Center. And thankfully they're not in Vanguard, at least to his knowledge. So he's definitely very worried. Does he see anything in that timeline?
The TBD one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you see Stormburst, a sleeping Smolder, resting in Scorchfire's arms, and a Liege Maximo.
A what now? A what now?
You heard me.
Excuse you. Well, that is very problematic. And then what does he see in the timeline that he thinks Scorchimus went to?
It was very quick as the thread was spiraling, but you see him just finish beating the holy spark out of some spider-looking dude.
That tracks. Well, he looks like he has things under control. I'm trying to decide what he would do. If he would make sure that Scorchimus gets back, because he knows that Scorchimus went there for somebody, so it probably wouldn't do any good if he sent Domina there, because if he has no watch, it would just make it harder for Scorchimus to get out. So he's probably going to take Domina and go to the timeline with Scorchfire, because not only is there now a new threat, but there's Unicron coming very, very, very close, very, very, very fast. So he's going to go there and try and get them out. And then he figures worst case scenario, he can go rescue Stormburst later. Or Scorchimus later.
Okay. You go into the thread. You drop in the same room you left off from. Only cleaner. All the desks are turned right up, and Celeste, Delina, is awake at this point. Monitors appear to be on. All the bodies have been removed. Some of the lights are now working, along with the wall panels being repaired. And that's when you both see the following bots walk in the room. Kilobyte, describe your character.
I am Kilobyte. I play Stormburst Convoy, a tall, bright, and nice bot instead of tall, big, and brooding. They're orange with gray accents. They have an eye patch. They're banged up. They're doing a lot better now in most recent episodes. And he's, walking back from a surgery gone wrong, gone worse, gone better.
What's that mean?
I guess that's what
you'll find out.
Oh god.
Oh, you're killing me, DM.
And you have one notch on your TBD watch, correct?
That is correct.
Perfect. Hexamis, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Hexamis. I play Scorchfire Prime, a usually blue, currently chrome bot, currently holding a little bundle of sleeping Smolder, who has, poor little guy, been through way too much, to the point where, yeah,
Excuse me.
his surgery, it was technically successful. So she's happy about that, but otherwise kind of stressed, especially with Liege in tow, so that's fun.
Okay. And like you mentioned before, Smolder is in a little bundle in your hands, tuckered right out. He fell asleep at some point during the walk. He's probably snoozing, dreaming about Energon,
Little guy.
and probably muttering to himself. But he has a watch, and it has 0 notches on it. And turning
Probably
the
muttering
corner
about
directly behind you three, a tall, lengthy green bot with proud horns protruding from their head and a silky black cape flailing behind them. You all recognize him as Leech Maximo, prime of lies and deceit. What would you all like to do as you all see each other as you all come into the control center of the TBD, taking note that Historius and Era are not there. Oh, and I guess you will also notice this. The monitors are flickering, the ones that are on. And once all you are comfortable in the room and kind of gather inside, it shows timeline threads being destroyed, and you can see a countdowns for those timeline threads. The TBD seems to be monitoring them. Your optics gravitate to here and there, and the TBD thread, whose numbers are descending quickly, estimating probably 5 minutes. And next to them, your timeline, with the exception of Domina and Stormburst, because they're not from there, the 515 indicates 24 hours remain.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna draw my weapons and point them at Maximo.
Antics now.
Calm down.
What are you doing here?
Liege's eyes dart towards your direction, and he simply crosses his arms and acts like it's no big deal.
You were aware of what we were doing, Mantix, before you left.
I didn't think you were actually going to do it.
Well,
There was a deal made.
we kind of had to go through with it. Also, if it makes you feel any better, he can't talk.
He begrudgingly nods in agreement after Scorchfire mentions that. What is Delina thinking at this moment?
She's taking everything in, but she notices the monitor, so she walks towards them, saying that everybody's busy with League Maximo and Scorchfire with Smolder. Delina wants to pay closer attention to the monitors. She wants to keep track of what's going on there.
Okay, everyone else continue on.
Did we use Liege's the
You have
protoform
his
from before?
voice box.
That's right, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah. Starscream did it long
And
ago.
So Mantix knows exactly why Liege Maximo can't talk, and he's thrilled. He's so dang thrilled about it. He's just.
I don't think
that's
Liege
great.
knows.
No, he does. He doesn't know. 'Cause
Right.
he was out cold. That's probably for the best.
That was such an evil cackle.
Point and laugh.
Yeah.
Anyways, Mantix is just gonna look at Maximo.
How unfortunate.
His optics squint just a little bit.
You can't
No,
see
Mantix
Mantix
don't.
smirking, but he's smirking behind his battle mask.
Let's not escalate this.
Escalate.
He's been playing nice, so let's just not.
It's true. And
Fine.
Look.
As long as he's been behaving, and as long as he continues to behave.
I have good news too. I know Smolder's all tuckered out right now, but we got his memories back.
Oh,
They all
thank Primus.
Yeah.
I was running out of Energon snacks.
We also have
When you say that, Smolder murmurs in his sleep the word Mantix.
Smolder.
My
I missed you.
He missed Smolder. Really
man.
out of character. That was really cute.
I don't want to ruin this moment, but in other news, we lost the nameless one.
Oh, what happened?
Can I keep an eye on the countdown, DM?
Yep, there's 3 minutes remaining.
Okay.
Things with Smolder and Lee separating their memories did not go as smoothly as we would like, and they were both suffering and getting ready to be offlined, and the nameless one brought them back.
Brought them back?
How? I am not sure, but it cost them their spark, I guess. It
was a
Great
spark
out.
for a spark.
Why do you have the head?
Yeah, we were, because Smolder was so attached to the nameless one that we were
Oh, yeah.
sort of paying our respects.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just glad that you all are safe and Smolders will be back to himself once he gets a good stasis nap in.
He's just gonna pat Smolder on the head. Pat, pat, pat.
You all hear a chilling sound.
Oh,
A
no.
rip in the fabric of space and time.
Ow!
That could only
No.
mean one thing. A sweep. A red-tipped claw tears open a clear veil behind you all, more frantically than you've ever witnessed before. What does Mantix, Scorchfire, Domina, and I guess Sleeping Smolder is still asleep, and Stormburst do? Leech can hear this and seems to have also heard the noises before and is preparing as his hands seem to glow with a small green aura around them.
How far away is this rip on space is going on? The portal thing?
I'd say it's probably like 15 feet from the group of you guys.
Oh, okay.
I'll take the Renaissance Blaster out.
How many notches do we have between all of us?
Well, one.
I
I
have
told
one
you
now.
at the beginning.
I don't have a watch.
2, I think. One on Stormburst and one on Mantix.
Mhm.
Wait, does Smolder have one?
I think Smolder
Smolder has
has
0.
Okay.
Bleach used Smolders, so
But he does have a watch, so.
it's just empty. Yeah, I'll
We
take out
didn't
my
hear how
Renaissance
many he had.
Blaster.
Okay.
I will also arm myself. Do we know how many notches Liege Maximo has on his watch?
Leech,
He has a
Leech
watch?
He doesn't have a watch.
any.
He used,
doesn't
he doesn't have a watch?
Smolder's watch
he
while it
used-
was
okay.
in Smolder's
Okay,
watch. Yeah.
sorry, my bad.
Can Delina just stand between the portal and in front of Scorchfire to help block to shield?
It's not a portal.
Smolder?
I want that to be clear. But
What is it then?
yes.
It's just
It's
breaking
a
a
sweep.
fabric,
It's
right?
a rip. It's a rip
it's-
in the space-time
It's a tear
continuum.
in
Okay,
time
so-
and space.
So between Scorchfire and the broken space, one Delina to stand in between them. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah. So you all are
Um,
preparing for an attack, is what it sounds like, yeah?
Yes.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have a bundle of Smolder, so I don't know if I can
Yeah.
really ready a weapon.
Yeah.
That's
Mantic-
fair.
Okay,
Mantic-
Delina's keeping you safe.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ready
Mantix is gonna
Smolder.
grab your arm and pull you
You're going to
behind.
use Smolder as a weapon?
Can I like?
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I somehow engage his gag reflex and make him spit acid?
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
You might lose a finger.
Well,
Hex Mantix is gonna grab Scorchfire's arm and like kind of pull her behind him, and then he's gonna look at Liege and he's gonna say,
Is there anything you can do that can get us out of here?
Shakes his head no, as he's preparing to fight whatever this is coming through.
at least he's willing to fight with us.
"Yeah, I'm going to draw the Sword of Vector Prime." And we weren't told any other way to get around in the TBD, right? It's just the watches. They don't have like a space
Just
bridge
the
or
watches.
anything.
No. Not that you are aware of or
Yeah.
informed.
And the other two
Fumbling
aren't there.
through the tear, the sweep hand lunges out, and the bot it's attached to stumbles and falls to their knees, holding on to it carefully and gently. Another bot who looks like a flyer. Onyx, dude, describe who you're playing. Hi guys, I'm playing Scorchimus.
Oh my god.
Oh my Primus!
He's a red gender bent shatterglass version of Scorchfire. He was on a rescue mission and didn't go well. And I guess I'll go back into DM mode. I have 0 notches on the TBD watch. And he's holding and cradling Allegory, who appears lifeless, as most of their head is blown off. Thereupon closer inspection, once the others have moved closer, we'll notice that the flyer he is holding is actually in a stasis lock due to the severe, obvious amount of damage. Delina, you can somewhat recognize this other bot, as they look very familiar to Allegory when you first met them, but their panels have been removed or replaced with copper, rusted steel, or cheap plastic. Their head, or whatever's left of it, has been blown to bits, and it looks very recent. Small trails of blaster smoke linger, and energon and sparks are speckling the floor below. Scorchimus continues, I need a medic here.
Sweet Solus Prime, what happened?
It's Allegory. Oh my gosh.
Scorchfire.
Delina's gonna be so careful getting close to her.
Scorchimus' chest begins to open, and he starts to pull something out. And he says, Scorchfire, take this away from me, as he pulls out the Heart of Darkness and tosses it with his sweep hand towards Scorchfire. And it scrapes across the floor and rolls a bit before turning over so hauntingly. A small bit of purple smoke arises, and you can hear Devoy's chuckle before it dissipates.
Yeah, Scorchfire, you're not touching that. I mean,
Mantix is gonna pick it up.
What?
Scorchfire, is there anything you can do?
Well, first off, and then I hand Smolder to Mantix. So my
He
hands are
takes
free.
Smolder.
I'm gonna take the forge. This is the only thing I can think of to try and help, but there's no guarantee it'll really repair it all. But it's worth a shot, right?
I mean, I don't know who that is, but
I'm gonna see if I can find Era and Historius. See if they can help with something.
be careful, Stormburst.
will do. I would like to go and leave the room to find them.
Okay.
Scorchimus should have gone
We'll
without
turn
us.
to you in a little bit.
Yeah, I want to, like, really carefully, like, tap Allegory on the top of her head with the hammer.
Scorchimus, what happened?
You remembered her now, did you?
Yes, a little late, it looks like.
Who did this to
I
her?
failed her, Scorchfire.
I want to put a hand on his shoulder. But you tried.
He just kind of looks at Allegory, never breaking contact. Roll me a...
Mantix is gonna step closer, and he's gonna say,
Scorchimus, whatever happened, we'll do what we can to help.
I also do have a Primus ability, but I don't think it.
I also have
It
that.
doesn't fix his
Yeah.
heads, it just brings him from 0.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a D100.
Oh, just a
Oh,
D100.
Oh, no.
All right. First roll of the night.
I believe in you. We're all helping.
I got a 79.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
The energon stops, the sparking stops, but the head itself does not repair. That's not what happens. It brings her to a more stable stasis, but she's not coming out of this. It's like a coma state at the moment.
I was just, Scorchimus, you feel a little invisible hand touch you, and you hear Taser.
Is she gonna be okay?
No. Oh, no.
I hope so, buddy.
At least put her on the table.
Yeah, let's lay her down. Make sure that she's.
Is there a med bay? Where's the med bay here?
Here's what's gonna happen. Antix, you told me you were paying attention to the time.
Yes.
It's at 10 seconds. And as
Oh,
it
no.
reaches 10 seconds, the ground trembles, the walls begin to crack, and just as quickly as it arrives, everything stops. The lights throughout the entire facility, and Stormburst, you will notice this too on your journey down a hall. So far, you haven't made it that far because not a lot has happened. But you can hear out in the distance, closer to Stormburst because he would be closer to these, sweeps, squealing as they rip open portals through the fabric of space to get inside, followed by amplified pounding against the walls, ceilings, and floors as they begin to navigate their way throughout the TBD. Interesting to note, none have arrived nor tore any open portals to the room the main group is currently in. Now, Stormburst, since you're not in the current group, you're down a hallway. They are opening rips and fabrics where you are at. How do you like to proceed as we flip to you?
Well, this is not good. I will start running back and screaming, we're under attack.
Roll me an athletics, please.
No. Oh. I love just hearing him like thud down the hallway.
Dum, 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 dum.
We can all hear the sweeps, but he's still running, arms waving. Tag!
16.
Okay, you're booking it. As you're running back, like sweep hands are coming out from what seems like nothing as they're reaching out of their portals, and they're like trying to reach and grab for you, but you're like dodging, turning to your side, rolling, and just running like a mad bot to get back to the group. And when you do, red electricity crackles from all the electronics in the room just as hordes of sweep arrive and stop just short from entering the room you all are in. Their optics darting back and forth amongst all of you, their heads shaking with excitement, their wings twitching with anticipation, but something clearly has control over them as they dare not go any further, just chittering and waiting. The lights flicker once again and more red electricity branches out. A dark, purple, swirling portal emerges at the center of the control room you guys are all at. And stepping out, a dark figure with a cracked crimson optic glaring out. Galaxy waves. Though something is different. They have some sort of mist in front of their chest window, which appears to be blocking or obscuring a lot of their front part. But all around it, covering their upper chest, red glowing burning lines, almost breathing, holding his large cannon up and pointing it to the ceiling as his head turns, locking with each of you as he says,
"There you are, precisely to my exact calculations. Look at you all. Two of you no longer hold a matrix. How could you have let that happen? A seeker who finds themselves always taking the blows for others. Now at the end of their rope, time of the damned, who has and will lose everything they hold close.
He turns to the sleeping smolder Scorchfire is holding.
I should congratulate you on rediscovering your mind. However, you have so little time to enjoy it before you join the Allspark.
Quickly moving to Liege Maximo.
Scholarly not impressed. I expected you to be taller. No matter. You will get to live your life of grandeur, but it will not fill the void you now have.
Liege's brow tightens and his claws grip into a fist. And finally, Galaxy Wave looks towards Scorchfire.
Ah, my old experiments. You could have amounted to so much more if you only accepted my offer. But I have adapted and outgrown your usefulness. I've only come here and now to offer you all a choice. Stay here and be devoured by Unicron and my sweeps, or return to our 515 timeline thread and witness the next stage of my preordained destiny.
And as he says his last sentence, the mist that's been blocking some of his chest begins to clear and become transparent and dissipate, revealing a red matrix with wires and bolts forcing it to stay in place on his chest, and the origin of all the red glowing lines along his chest. Another purple portal opens behind him and he begins to step backwards into it as new red energy lines crawl up his neck, and he says,
I'll see most of you soon.
At this moment, the sweeps tilt their heads and begin to hesitantly explore forward and towards you all. What would you like to do?
That's really not awesome.
That's real bad.
Well,
We should go.
Also, who picked up the Dark Matrix and what are they doing with it?
Mantix
I
has it.
have it. I
Okay.
have 3 or 4 matrices at this point.
You have 3.
3? Okay.
Yep.
Is it doing anything?
Yeah, it's giving you a massive headache and trying to beckon you to use it.
Are you sure you don't want me to take that, Mantix?
Scorchfire, I think you might have to. There's only one way that we can get out of this. I think you should take this matrix and all the rest that I have. That way you can keep them safe, since you have the others. And then I want you all to run. I'm going to get us out of here, but you have to trust me.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you're talking as if you're not gonna come
You're
with us.
coming with us.
I'm going to do my best, but I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that you all get out of here safely.
What is your plan?
You'll find out.
He's gonna hand you the matrices, Scorchfire, all the ones he has, which is I think yellow, the Liege one that's slowly turning white, and now the Dark Matrix.
Liege is eyeballing the white one.
I'm gonna try not to look at Liege.
He's gonna wink at Liege.
I will take them, and then I will. Can I? What did I do with the? Did I store them inside the Silver Matrix? Is that what I did?
When you got them close together, they kind of like got absorbed into the
Schwump.
Silver Matrix. They got schwumped.
Okay,
And you can do that again if you would like.
I'd like to swamp them.
Okay.
Schwamp.
I like that word schwump. You schwump the yellow one just fine. It goes in with ease. The white one that has some of Liege still lingering on it, but seems to be receding still. Takes a little effort for some reason, but it goes in. The Dark Matrix fights you a little bit. It's like shaking in your hand as the Silver Matrix pulls it in. And when they all get pulled in, you can see the center of the Silver Matrix. Glowing lights running around, dancing with each other of the blue one, the yellow one, the white one, and the purple one. And those corresponding colors of gems show up on the side of the casing of the Silver Matrix.
Pretty. And then I'm
Been
gonna
a
tuck
while
it away.
since we've done that.
Yeah.
The sweeps are getting ever so closer.
Well, I already drew my sword, so now, does anyone have any other ideas on how we can get out of here? Because
You haven't told us your idea.
Scorchimus is still optic locked on holding Allegory.
While everybody's distracted, Delina's trying to get in contact with her crew. Just if there's a miracle, they could get her side. Hearing her
And
last
just
report.
like how you foresaw, that no one picks up because the timeline has been severed.
Delina gives a long sigh. So she gives a last goodbye in her report. Just in case, if a miracle in the future, they can still get her message. They get something from her. This is it then. So many wars, so many timelines. Unicron, help me, she mumbles at the end.
In that case, my way it is.
He's gonna raise up Riesling, and he's going to use it to activate a portal.
Okay. How would you like to describe this scene?
Well, he is going to activate the portal whichever direction is furthest away from the sweeps and is directly behind him in order for him to protect it while the others get out. And I think it has the portals that it formed. They are purple or blue?
They're blue.
Blue. So he's going to open up the blue portal, probably kind of close to where, probably somewhere between Scorchfire and Scorchimus, because they're probably standing pretty close together. Well, Scorchimus is probably on the ground, but open it there where it's very easy and very close for everyone to get away. But Mantix is still in front of the portal, so he can block the sweeps.
Okay, go ahead and roll the first roll for it.
Okay. Well, I don't have to roll anything for it, I don't think.
You certainly
Only
do.
after. Oh, okay. I see. Hang on. I was only reading the subsection. I was only reading the subsections. Okay, let me read the top part.
Well, yeah, you read the top part.
What's my con? Okay, I don't like this. I'm stressing out.
You can do this. You can do this. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Come on, tell dark and brooding.
Okay, I rolled an 8, which means that it still happens, but it gives me XD4 damage, where X is the player's level. Okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun, and I'm level 16, so 16d4 damage. Oh, Primus. Okay, 42. Oh my god, that's totally not funny at all. Okay.
Yeah, that's the answer to everything.
Oh, that's true.
42.
Oh, shush.
Can I do any sort of healing as this has?
Do you have healing packs on you?
I have my Religion of Primus that I can use twice a day. Other than that, no, I don't think I have any Energon packets.
Okay. I'll say you can use one, and then that's the end of your turn, and then it's everyone else's time to take their turn.
Okay. Oh, that was a nice roll. I'm just keeping track of these hit points as they go up. Okay. And
Calculators
he's
in
going
there.
to... Yeah. He's going to say...
I can only keep this open for so long. You guys have to run. You have to go. I'll be right behind you, I promise.
Okay. Scorchimus does not hesitate. He goes through with Allegory.
Scorchfire, go.
Okay.
Go after him, please.
And
Delina's
then each
standing
time someone goes through clickbait, you know what happens, right?
Yes, I know what happens.
No.
Okay. I'll have you keep track of that.
Okay, so we have 2.
Mantix, I swear to Primus, if I don't see you on the other side, you're in for an earful.
Scorchfire, I will never leave you, no matter what happens. I will always be with you.
Is that a promise?
I promise.
She's gonna stare into his optics for a moment, and then nod and head through.
Right before you head through, he's gonna say...
Scorchfire, I don't know when it happened, but I love you.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. She looks back, like tears in her eyes, and the biggest, dumbest smile on her face. I love you too, Mantix. I better see you on the other side, so I can really tell you how I feel.
You will.
And she'll head on through.
And when you head through, so does Smolder. And Smolder murmurs, bye-bye, in their sleep.
Oh! No! I'm actually violent.
But he's also like, love you.
Delina takes a look at Mantix. I'll keep them safe. And I'll keep an eye on your little friend over here. Did Leech already pass by, or he's still there?
Leech is still there.
So Delina does like a little head tilt to Leech. And for the first time, she just smiles gently at Mantix and just says to him, "Thank you for not leaving me this time."
It was never personal. It was
I
to
understand.
protect them.
I understand. It is probably the first mission ever gone where things have really gone wrong, but I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to find you guys again. And she does like a human culture reference that one of her human companions have done. So she does like a cross from her head to her spark into her shoulders. But she says, "May Primus and Unicron guide you." And she heads towards a portal.
Okay. Delina, you go through the portal, and Mantix, you wince because you know what's happening each time someone goes through. Stormburst and Liege are the last two. Liege kind of pushes you to the side and kind of winks at Mantix and kind of just strolls through.
Wait, before he walks through, I want to call to him.
Maximo.
He waves his hand and like he's saying goodbye and goes through.
I'd like to thank you for the voice. It suits me quite well.
You see his ankle kind of like hanging back, and then he continues through.
Man, what a burn.
Yep. Stormburst. Go. Save yourself. I can't hold this open any longer.
Let's go together.
I'll be right behind you, but you have to go first.
Can't we jump in together?
You have to cross through it wielding the sword, Stormburst.
Okay.
And even if he doesn't, are you going?
Yeah, but before he jumps in, he'll give you a hug. He's like,
He'll hug you back.
It was good to see you again, but keep your promise.
I will. Now go.
And he's gonna kind of shove you.
Don't keep Scorchfire waiting.
Oh my god.
Just a little shit.
And you wince again, and you can feel your spark pulsating really hard. Everything is shaking. The sweeps are encircling, and you look at the portal one last time.
He's gonna look at the sword, and he's gonna say,
Primus, Vector Prime, if any of you are out there, please protect them. Protect them the way that I never could.
We're going to fade to black, but then pick up where the other players are. The portal takes you to Velocitron on Scorchfire's, Mantix's, and Smolder's home timeline. One similar to Stormburst's and Allegory's, but very different to Scorchimus's. As for Domina, you visited some during your travels before you met this group, but for those returning home, you are back at the very spot you first left all those days ago and centuries for some particular reason. Velocitron. Though some things are recognizable, even though you were told time would freeze here until your return, the events that have unfolded at the TBD during the first attack may have changed that promise. Standing close to what was once the ending of a racetrack destroyed by a war long past, the road is cracked, broken, or missing in some places, buildings all around, none in a single piece. If anything, only a few seem to have half of it still standing. Smog fills the sky above, and you all see 3 sweeps in their alt mode, flying overhead and appear to have just missed you all as they continue on their route. Wreckage of all kinds of debris ranging from spaceship parts, buildings, body parts litter your surroundings, much like a junkyard. With small mounds and hills of garbage, you see no signs of life other than those 3 sweeps that flew by. Despite everything, Navitas, the Titan city in which everyone lives on Velocitron, still appears to be in transit, keeping the same pace it usually does to stay in front of the extreme heat from the nearby star this planet rotates around. What do you all do?
I stumble through the... They did a portal, right? It's not a pair.
Yeah, it's not there.
Okay.
It dissipates
I stumble
shortly
through the
after
portal,
you
coming out of the...
I stare at
Everybody okay?
Stormburst. I'm looking at where the portal was.
Scorchfire, you see Mantix behind Stormburst.
Oh, I really didn't think I was going to make it there for a second.
Scorchfire just goes up to Mantix, and with Smolder in one arm, just hugs him and kind of like buries her face a bit.
Hi, Scorchfire.
Don't ever do that again, okay?
I promise, I won't.
he's gonna hug you back as tight as he can.
I'm gonna let go, but also hold his hand really tightly and not let go.
That's
She's
fair.
scared she's gonna lose him now.
Stormburst, Delina, Scorchimus is too focused on holding Allegory to pay too much. He seems to be going through the motion.
Oh my god,
see
poor guy.
Scorchfire hugging the air and talking one-sided.
Primus, what's going on now? She keeps the comment to herself, but just keeps staring at Scorchfire what is going on and trying to see if anybody else is going to notice what's happening. But again, she keeps the comment to herself. We should get out of here. At least find somewhere to hide. We don't know if there's some more sweeps in the area.
I agree.
Do we hear the conversation Scorchfire was having?
You hear Scorchfire's side.
Sorry, okay. I will not say anything. I'll keep it to myself too.
What does Scorchfire do to the comment Delina's saying we should probably get out of here? And what does Mantix do?
He agreed. He agreed with her. I agree.
I agree. She's kind of taking in the scenery because this is her home. Right now it's all disheveled is a mild way of putting it. It's a lot right now.
Yeah. Everyone
And
roll me
we
perceptions.
We still need to help that other bot.
Scorchimus got 11. Yeah, it makes sense. He's still focused on
That
Allegory.
tracks.
You said perception?
Perception.
I got a 22.
I got an 18.
16 again, let's go.
Hold on.
I think this is it. Oh, 6. Dang it!
Oh,
Okay,
Old granny.
Delina is really focused and concerned about Scorchfire's health. Everyone else, you notice this except for Scorchimus, of course, and Smolder, who's sleeping. A nearby mound of junk falters and debris runs down it. A clawed hand grasps the top of the pile and pulls itself up. Its single optic peers down as its wings stretch out. A sleep has found you.
No.
Son of a glitch.
For those who saw, I'm going to give you a surprise round. So you don't have to roll initiative yet, but you can decide who can go first and get your first, I guess, blasts in if you decide that route.
Does it look like they're hurt at all, or is it just kind of...
Absolutely not. It just looks like it was rummaging through.
they were like having a not a dirt nap, a nap.
Okay,
It saw us,
I'll
right?
get my fusion cannon out, kind of point it towards them, and kind of charge it up, getting ready to blast.
I'll grab my sniper rifle.
I'm gonna ready my blaster. Well, actually,
Delina didn't
I'm
notice
giving you
that, I
guys
forgot.
the ones who noticed have a surprise round is what I'm giving you.
Oof.
yeah, I want that. I want a surprise round.
I like
Okay.
surprise. It's a surprise.
Surprise.
Oh man, I rolled an 11 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that one doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, let me.
So my fusion cannon just goes off, hits the rubble, and just
Where's
throws
the
junk
warning
in
shot?
the air.
It hits
man.
the pile of junk and you hear popcorn popping from it.
Oh,
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah,
rolled
Mantix runs in and tries to blast it with their, you said your sniper, right?
Sniper rifle. Yes, I can be
Sniper
far away.
rifle. And it shoots like just past them, missing them entirely.
wait, if it's surprised, do we get advantage or not?
Ooh.
That's a good question. Oh, sure,
It's
I'll give you advantage.
surprise.
Oh my god, let's see if I don't miss.
Yes. I
Let's
love
see if I can do better
advantage.
than a 24.
I rolled a 20.
Hey.
I rolled a 22!
Wow.
Okay,
Okay, we'll go back. We'll step back a little bit. Stormburst, what was it you're doing? Your fusion blaster.
My
Let's
fusion
see it
cannon,
happen.
I'll just
Yep.
shoot it.
Mhm.
I'll just aim to where the hand is and kind of just shoot that pile of junk where it's at.
Okay. Roll damage.
Wow. 2. Wow.
It
Wow.
kind of just flicks its wrist like going ow, but it doesn't stop it.
Wow.
And Mantix, you shoot your rifle in the same location Stormburst did.
Okay. Do I need to roll my damage?
You can roll your damage, yeah.
Okay.
I don't
1d20.
I don't like how you said that.
I don't like how you said that either. 16.
It acts as if you did not hit it and continues moving forward.
What the
Scorchfire,
frag?
it's your turn.
Do I notice that it didn't?
Roll me a perception if you notice. Or I will give you an option, perception or intellect.
Okie
Take
dokie.
this or this.
My perception is a little better. Just a smidge. Well, I didn't notice nothing. I got a
Yeah,
5.
5. Yeah, nothing.
All
You
right.
just think that's odd. Maybe the sweep is tougher than it looks.
For sure. They're pretty tough.
That was a
Anyways,
good hit too.
yeah, I'm taking a shot. I got a 24, and the damage is a 6.
Where are you shooting it?
I'm gonna go for the optic.
Okay. It yelps in pain, but continues forward with more fury.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, everyone else, roll initiatives. Everyone roll initiative, actually.
Oh.
You're gonna guess Scorchimus is going to try to do everything to make sure Allegory is safe, so he's going to participate with a 17.
Wow. Got a 20.
I also got a 17.
I also got a
Oh,
17.
What's going on?
A 17. I have a 17.
Come on, Celeste, get an 18.
Come on.
Oh my god, no!
Whoa,
Okay,
something's
listen,
going
they're
on
different,
here.
but they're different base numbers. Like they're rolling different flat numbers.
They are different flat numbers.
No, you all go at the same time. Just choose.
We all
whoever
go at the
goes
same
first,
time.
You could go by the
It's-
base number that
This
they
has
rolled.
never happened before.
Wow. Beautiful.
This is wonderful. Wonderful
I'm
stuff.
cool as long as DM doesn't roll it for the bad guy.
Oh yeah, I got roll for the bad guy. That's right.
Oh no, what have you done?
He was gonna roll
Fifteen.
anyway.
Yeah.
15.
Let's still gang up on it.
All right, Kilo, you're up first.
Yay! I will try to hit it again. I'm gonna use my reconnaissance blast for this time. So I will roll to hit.
Oh, Delina doesn't have any
Yay.
guns anymore. Her cannons are gone.
I got a dirty 20.
Where did your cannons go? You keep saying that.
Well, they're not in her current form. They're part of her prime form.
Oh, you're saying you only get when you have. Okay.
Yeah, she's basically
Okay.
just claws.
That was
That's,
unclear. 20.
yeah,
20 hits.
Sorry.
Scorchimus Stormbird
But I
already went.
had the damage here. Grab the damage.
You did this to me. Gotta
Yeah,
see what you.
I'll do it again.
No, don't
Lose her
encourage
helmet.
this behavior.
Ooh, 21 damage.
Yeah, that makes it not feel nice.
If I hit, they need to roll a dex save. They get to beat
Yeah.
a 16.
Or
and now
they're
they
stunned
take,
for a full turn.
Dex save, you saying?
yeah, DC
What a
16.
shot.
And then they take half damage rounded up or full damage and be stunned for 1 round.
They got
Yeah.
nat 1.
Yay! So they take full damage and then they're stunned for 1
They're
round.
stunned. 1 round. Okay. I'll write that down. They're
And
stunned.
then I have 1 charge left. Because
Perfect.
I have 2 charges and then they recover each.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Next
guess I'll
up
do
is
that.
Scorchimus, Scorchfire, Mantix, and Delina.
Oh, Scorchimus.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Oh,
He's a sweep snap.
Scorchimus.
He's not too thrilled about a sweep being this close, so he's gonna try to shoot with his blaster.
They're practically buddies.
And he got a 5, so he missed.
He's got a lot going
He's
on.
distracted.
He's a little stressed, so his hand was shaky and the blaster missed.
Poor guy.
Next up,
How close is the sweep?
I'd say 50 feet up a mound of trash.
Okay, then yeah, I will just take another shot. There's no point in getting up close and personal.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, I got a gun.
You're like,
It's easy to say.
ooh, go. You go.
I got a 25.
Yeah, that's gonna
Nice. Nice.
4, 5. Joy.
Well, it's done, so it doesn't have any reaction, as it's like shaking from the electrical, whatever the stun gun does.
Yes.
Yeah, Mantix, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit him again with my sniper rifle.
Okay.
How close is he?
50
50
feet, he
feet?
said.
Oh, 50 feet. I'll still shoot him with my sniper rifle because I don't want to move that far. I rolled a 9.
That misses. I'm sorry.
No.
Delina, you're up next.
Oh, Primus, help me. Unicron, have mercy on me. Now. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Can Delina throw like something at it? And it's
Sure.
directed at its face?
Yeah,
So what would I have to roll for that?
you roll strength.
Roll strength. Let me see my strength. Do I have any extra? Yeah.
I'll give you an
So-
option: strength or athletics.
Okay, 1d 20 plus 2. She's gonna get a nice rock. Something sharp with it. Please, Delina, you gotta do this, Grandma. Ooh, 16. Yeah.
You picked up a rock. You said. Roll me a D10, just a flat D10.
Okay. Well, 10.
Oh wow, that did a lot more than I thought I was gonna do.
Yay.
Yeah, it conks it on the head comically, and it kind of just like sticks out his tongue.
It's something.
All right, we're gonna go back to the top of the round with Kilo.
Is it still kicking?
I mean, it just finished its stun, so it's now like shaking it off. So that's why it skipped its turn. It is still standing. It looks, if I were to give it a guesstimate, probably half
Okay.
Yeah.
I will try to stun it again with my other shot of the reconnaissance.
Okay.
Another dirty 20.
Okay. Someone's cheating. Okay.
I'm not cheating. What do you mean?
It rolled a 15.
Ooh.
So it takes the full
25
amount, right?
damage, and then it's done again. Yeah, what a good night.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling the damage, and it's stunned again. It's not having a good time.
Be careful, this is what happened last time, and then there was a friggin' booby trap.
Yeah, this reminds me of last night.
No,
And then it'll be
can't relive that again.
Scorchimus' turn, so he's gonna try to shoot it again with a dirty 20 also. Wow, look at him go.
Man,
Really
guys.
living his best life. 7, which is ironically the exact number it needed. It drops
Nice.
and dies. We are out of combat.
Nice.
Thank Primus.
Ooh, way to go, Scorchimus.
He feels pretty good about that, and he puts the gun back and he picks up Allegory.
Do you need help, Scorchimus?
No, I have it.
Okay. How is Allegory doing right now, DM?
Not great, but that's okay. They're stable as they
Okay.
can be.
Poor baby.
Roll me
Aw.
perceptions.
Let's find some shelter.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
he
I
needs
couldn't
a
do any
medic.
more for her.
And a medic
while doing
center.
perception?
Mm-hmm.
Scorchfire, we should
18.
take her to the medical center.
Scorchimus 12.
You should. I got a 7.
19.
I rolled a 19.
Hey, Mantix, Delina, Stormburst, you're going to see this. Mantix, you seen it, causes Scorchfire to see this too. I'm going to say you alert them. So the only one who
Yes.
doesn't really see it is Scorchimus, who is preoccupied staring into Allegory. Another sweep comes out of the trash, and it begins to stretch its neck out as it looks straight into the sky, preparing to screech as loud as it can to alert other nearby sweeps. It's at this point, a swift, bright purple blast makes contact with the sweep's head, and it explodes. The rest of the body drops to its knees and falls over, sliding down the pile of trash to your feet. Rising from a lid disguised as trash in the mound. Soundwave, whose visor is cracked and his right side of his faceplate charred, and some of his paint on his body has been rusted or dented, slowly putting his blaster to his side. And he simply looks at you all and says,
Operation Disrupt Communication for immediate support deemed a success. Unexpected potential allies below. What does the Grand Superior Baron Elite High Supreme Air Commander of the Resistance confer?
and as he says that, another figure on his shoulder steps into view. Grease! Kilobyte, describe who you play. Give us a summary of what they look like and their current thoughts and goals. Full
Grease,
title,
oh,
please.
man.
He's what now?
Grease is standing on Soundwave's shoulders, almost like the old vintage arts where they're on the canoe pointing with a flag, moving
Oh,
toward
my
new
goodness.
land. He's a small bot, 5 feet tall, mini-con with multiple different colors because he has parts from different bots. He has a big chin and a cigar. And he is the Grand Superior Baron Elite High Supreme Air Commander, President of Velocitron, leader of the Resistance.
You have a red cape flapping in the wind. Grease looks
Yes.
down at you all from on top of Soundwave's shoulders at the top of this trash heap and says,
I say we bring him inside. Come with us if you want to live, ya say.
Scorch, we're gonna have a talk with him.
Oh my Primus, he is so tiny.
and we fade to black.
That was perfect.
Ya say.
Welcome to the first after scene credits. You heard that correct. There will be multiple in this episode. First up, let's rewind just a little bit. Wait, no, that's too far.
Now go.
Oh, he's gonna kind of shove
Right
you.
there. Okay, just
Don't keep Scorchfire waiting.
Oh my
Just
god.
do this shit.
and you wince again, and you can feel your spark pulsating really hard. Everything is shaking. The sweeps are encircling, and you look at the portal one last time.
He's gonna look at the sword and he's gonna say,
Primus, Vector Prime, if any of you are out there, please protect them. Protect them the way that I never could.
Just as Leech steps into the portal created by Mantix using the Sword of Vector Prime and the comments made afterward that caused Liege Maximo to stop midway through the portal with his ankle pausing mid-step. Liege Maximo pondering all the possibilities he could do at this very moment. He knows when a bot is trying to go out like a hero. Mantix showed all the signs, a plan without full explanation, and the key to the only way out of their current predicament. Vector Prime's sword, his brother's sword, a sword he knows that only a Prime can operate without any negative effects. Mantix must be taking damage with each use, and hasn't shared that information with the others. Liege, still midway through the portal, comes up with his next step, both figuratively and literally. He moves his foot up and pivots, turning invisible as he does and walking back into the room with Mantix and Stormburst and waits. Mantix falls to his knees as Stormburst walks through the portal, recoiling the damage caused by the Sword of Vector Prime. The sweeps lunge in and begin to both feast and tear him to shreds, revealing and exposing his spark. Dim and slowly flickering, Liege, still invisible, watches with a grin on his face, slowly becoming visible as the TBD shakes and Unicron's horns rip through and into the side of the room. The sweeps immediately drop Mantix and flee to avoid being accidentally consumed. The ground begins to crumble. Liege moves quickly over to Mantix's side as his eyes dart for the sword, his only way out of here. He then pauses and looks at Mantix's optics and slowly moves down to his throat. Claws extend from Liege's fingertips and he tears into Mantix's vocal processors and places them away. He then continues to search for the sword. There, in Mantix's grip, Liege starts to pry at it, but Mantix's hands are still holding tight. Time is running out as the room is being pulled into Unicron's maw. Maximo, now desperate, begins to find any bit of the handle exposed beneath or above Mantix's hands. He swings the sword while kneeling over Mantix with Mantix's very much attached. Liege's green optics flare up as a new portal emerges, his black cape flickering as he drags Mantix along with the sword through the portal as we fade to black. Let's move on to the second after scene credit. Moving to the Origin timeline inside the Origin Titan Tempo. Era and Historius attempt to figure out what to do next after fleeing the TBD headquarters, knowing that they have lost their base of operations.
Era, there's something missing. According to the records of previous run-throughs, Unicron was never able to breach the severed timeline the TBD headquarters was located in.
Galaxy Wave must have acquired a new weapon we've not yet seen and must be using it to assist Unicron. But why would he do that?
I'm not sure, but I have my theories. One is, he's fattening Unicron up for something else, or Galaxy Wave has gone completely mad.
Whatever it is, the situation has gone from bad to worse. We must find another way to stop Unicron and Galaxy Wave. We'll have to recruit another team. Perhaps multiple teams.
How? Temple here is our only means of escape.
At this point, Era pulls out a metal backpack and reveals several fully charged TBD watches. And Historius stops and pauses and continues.
You told the others we had no more.
They have decided to have their secrets, so I took a page out of their books and have some of my own.
Historius gives Era a concerning look and we fade to black. Let's get fired up for next time on Transform and Roll Out.
Do I have to roll to see if my invention works?
Oh goodness me.
Why would you say something like that? Why would you say that? Why? What the
I'm
heck?
being as authentic as I can.
I'd like to rush over.
Speaking of rushing over, Smolder, roll me a con.
That's horrific. I hope I trip and I eat scale.
Does Mantix have any idea what might be happening?
No.
You said you
I don't let
blacked out.
dead bots roll.
Oh, that's fair. Wait. Oh,
Wait.
shit. No.
Delina and Stormburst will see this. Smolder, you're picking her nose or something. I don't know what you did.
Smolder something.
I'm like picking up some garbage off the floor and shoving it in my mouth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.